So in the first year of life, the most significant milestone that a child goes through is learning the sound pattern of their language. So early on in life, in the first year, infants are born sensitive to any sound contrast across any language of the world. So for example, an infant born in the United States will be sensitive to the distinction ta, ta, even though that doesn't feature in English. By the end of the first year of life, an American infant who's learning English will no longer hear that distinction. But a Hindi learning infant who needs that sound contrast to learn Hindi will be sensitive to that distinction. So by the end of the first year of life, babies have learned what sounds are relevant in their language, and that gears them up for learning words. So learning the sounds of a language is really important and critical for learning the words, and that's what infants do in the first year of life. So the best thing that parents can do to stimulate this is to put children in a conversationally rich environment where they have a lot of opportunity for interaction and for hearing the sounds of their language by hearing a lot of words. Children who hear a lot of words in the first year of life go on to learn those words more proficiently. The other thing that children learn in the first year of life is just conversational turn-taking, the back and forth of conversation. And this happens just by joint caregiving, talking to children, reading books to them, following the focus of their attention, thinking about what they're interested in, and interacting with them about particular toys or books or interests that they demonstrate. So probably the biggest milestone of a child's language development comes around the child's first birthday. Around 11 to 16 months, children produce their first word. And every parent remembers that moment because it's a very significant moment in the life of a child where they can produce their own vocabulary. Following that moment, children's vocabularies grow very rapidly. So when children are around 18 to 20 months, they learn an average of 10 new words every single day. So vocabulary grows exponentially towards the end of the second year of life. By the time children are 2 years of age, they begin to combine words together in very simple forms. So mommy eat, daddy car, and they have what we call two-word combinations where they put together a name for a thing or a person with an action. And that's also a big milestone in the life of the child. So that's something we expect around the second birthday. As children go towards their third birthday, they begin to put together three parts of their environment. So mommy drive car, a subject, an action, and then an object. So these are the basic milestones that we see in early language development productively. Children's receptive vocabularies also grow over this time, and they begin to understand many more words than they did before. The best thing that parents can do to support language development at this stage is to speak to the child, give them a lot of opportunities for conversation, and encourage children to use language productively and socially. So to use language with peers, use language with adults. Another thing that really helps is to engage in joint book reading. What's helpful for children is sitting down with the parent and reading together. So having the parent lead the story, allowing the child to turn the page and point out things that are interesting for them, because reading exposes a child to a very large range of items that they would never encounter in their natural environment. So finding out about wizards or farm animals are things that we never encounter in our daily lives, but we encounter them through the world of books. So in the preschool years, children continue to grow their vocabularies at a very aggressive rate, but two things happen that are different to the preceding years. First, children grow lexical diversities. They learn a much larger range of words that they knew previously. And secondly, they begin to develop knowledge of words that's related to the words they already knew. So if they knew the word teacher, they'll start to learn the word teach and words that are sort of relatives of their existing vocabulary. The second thing that happens in the preschool years is that children are developing knowledge of sounds that helps them with literacy. So many preschools incorporate literacy activities to build up a child's sort of reading readiness, to make them ready for print. So the best thing that parents can do is provide a lot of social opportunities for young children to use language and to speak productively, to communicate with other people, and to make sure they remain in a conversationally rich environment where they can talk and interact readily with peers and with adults. So one of the best things that parents can do at this stage of life is to build up excitement for reading, excitement for books, because reading strength builds vocabulary strength. Good readers end up having higher vocabulary. Children with higher vocabularies end up becoming good readers. There's more and more evidence that play at an early age equals learning. Play doesn't come at the cost of learning. So it's really important as a parent to take time at the end of the day or during the day or whenever available to sit down with your child and just interact with them. So whether you're playing with blocks or engaging in joint book reading or building crystals or planting seeds to grow vegetables, these are all great opportunities for interaction and for connection. And it's this kind of connection that helps to build up knowledge and to build up language development. So at the end of the day, parents are their child's best teacher.